Because if you don't give direction to your day, the day will start directing you. So now I don't have to sit for it additionally. Reward yourself. Do not get stressed. What if you couldn't deny that outing and left your task lingering as it is after this, after that, until you hit the deadline? Such that you open Instagram because you have 5 spare minutes. Learn to say no. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm here to tell you a few steps by which you can effectively manage your time if you are a college going or even a high school student. First things first, why do we even need to manage our time? Well, you might have already realized it, that's why you clicked on this video, right? Anyways, let's take a closer look at it. We have a lot on our minds all the time and probably feel like we're missing out on something or the other every day, right? This is because time management is like packing a suitcase. The more organized it is, the more stuff you can fit into it. This skill helps us achieve our goals, have a control on our day, balance work and leisure, and most importantly, to not get stressed. Now that we are clear with the purpose, let's quickly look at how to do it. Number 1. Build a habit of making a to-do list the first thing after you wake up every single day. This helped me a lot as it plans out your day and your mind automatically sets deadlines for each task to move on to the next one. This is a small yet significant step because if you don't give direction to your day, the day will start directing you into random things. Number 2. Prioritizing your work. When you're done scheduling your day, you already have a priority list subconsciously sorted out. Do your stuff likewise while having a goal of the day set in your mind, which basically is the main task which has to be done regardless of the other stuff planned for the day, which in my case today was to be part of one of our seniors' YouTube video. And to plan out this entire video that you're watching right now, weekends are all about content creation. Anyways, getting back to the third point. Number 3. Utilize breaks wisely. We as students get a lot of minor breaks in between classes, assignments, or any other tasks, don't we? What matters is that how we eat up that break, which I'm sure most of us don't even pay attention to, and just let that time pass. Allocate that time for a minute task or a minute part of a task which can be done in chunks. For example, I could just figure out what my next video's thumbnail, idea, or storyline is going to be, or as a student revising that one question or concept which we missed in class. So now I don't have to sit for it additionally and rather use that time for a more meaningful task, and this cycle continues. Number 4. Learn to say no. It's not exactly as tough as it sounds. Eliminating useless time consuming things from your day brings a big change. But it does not mean that you have to be a workaholic such that you don't have time for your friends and family. Let me give you an example. Suppose you're on the verge of completing a math assignment or editing your YouTube video on a Saturday night, and your friends plan for an outing. Tell them that you're preoccupied and that you cannot join them, or to plan it for the next day, if they care. This prevents the break of the workflow that you're already in and gets your task completed then and there. This takes us to our next point, which is falling into the after loop. What if you couldn't deny that outing and left your task lingering as it is? It not only would have kept running into your mind continuously, but chances are will eventually make you procrastinate and you keep thinking to do it after this, after that, until you hit the deadline. This can be explained as the Parkinson's law that says work expands to fill as much time as we allocate for it. So make sure to time your tasks, be it a small or a huge one. Number 6. Productive leisure. Change your ways of winding up. Try to make your leisure also a bit productive. For example, socialize with people, participate in any club or sports activities in your college if happening, or learn new skills or hobbies instead of just lying in front of the TV for hours. I mean, watch web shows or other content if you like, but don't let it be unintentional, such that you opened Instagram because you had 5 spare minutes and now you're stuck in there and your to-do list is incomplete. Moving on, be flexible with your schedule. As I said, try minimizing your unintentional activities, but we all know changes are gradual. So if you're already proficient in wasting time, then you can't expect extreme productivity the very next day. Instead, try breaking it down bit by bit for, let's say, 3 hours of watching TV to 2.5 hours to 2 hours and so on. We all deflect from our schedule somehow or the other. So don't be harsh on yourself and let the habits build atomically, making sure to tie every knot eventually which you let loose somewhere earlier. Now, the last but definitely not the least point, reward yourself. Yes, Each and every task you accomplish, whether it's tiny or large, is an achievement. So make a habit of rewarding yourself in any way that you enjoy, like watching your favorite movie, or eating your liked meal, or pampering yourself in any other way when you have successfully completed all the stuff on your task list. This gives you inner motivation and satisfaction, which ultimately becomes the principle for your next step. That was all about today's video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to implement these and let me know if it worked for you. Bye!